right now. And they are going to be playing for all of those E's. We get to the final match of today, a best of 5 with Renegades in the orange, Veloce in the blue, as they try to keep this crazy story going. Oh my goodness, the winner gets to move on to the semifinals tomorrow. No, they get to play against Space Station.
Space Station,
They play against Space Station tomorrow. And the winner of that will be playing against NRG in the semifinals.
And it'll be very curious to see if Veloce come out with a slow start like they did versus their previous opponents in E United. They only scored 1 goal in the first 2 games, and then the last 3, they put up 13.
That was the reverse sweep, the only one of the tournament so far. And Veloce, again, I mean, that's the way the Cinderella team would work, right? You got to get yourself, they're like old school flip side. Just get as close to losing as possible before you light it up. But there's only so many times you can sleep next to that fire. At some point, you're going to get burned in Veloce. They have no lives left to lose. Neither do Renegades. Both teams playing with everything on the line. You lose this, you go home.
Oh my goodness, and Torsas picking up where he left off. He scored a couple phenomenal goals in their previous series.
The series for Renegades began in game number 1 as they come up with a goal here. No, Casio makes the stop on the goal line. And it was all Kami with his pinch on the ground. An absolutely insane goal. They look for a pinch in the air here. It doesn't quite come through. Torsas looking to fall back as Casio will take a shot from midfield. Sicky gets in the way, but this is still kind of dangerous. Here comes Freaky with the follow-up, and it's in. Veloce strike first.
It'll be Veloce on the board. Flame out into the middle. Casio towards the net. Sicky, unfortunately, off the bar instead of out to safety. And the second opportunity for Freaky comes through. Definitely a contender for the EU MVP. You can see why with a great put-away shot.
Torsas on the kickoff. His team have yet to score here in game number 1. Flame up for it as well. Now Sicky, a shot. Fricky's got the denial in the box. Follows it out to the wall. Torsas extends to get it over to his teammate Sicky. Make the lateral positional movement, and now moving into offense. To play around the corner. Here's a shot from Torsas, blocked by Freaky in the air. Flame being chased by Kami as they move across. Freaky now in the corner. He's got Sicky up against him. This one into the box, dangerous. This one nearly own goal by Flame, but it's off the post and out. Now Kami off the ceiling.
There it
down
is.
to Torsas. That should be it. That's a tie game. Renegades put one in.
It's just a matter of can Veloce keep up the defense. This corner play. Kami, nice job letting it roll. Slipped it by Freaky. And Torsas, he took a calculated risk. He decides to stay put. He says, if that misses, I'm going to be here. I have faith in a guy being behind me in the midfield. So if they get that clear, we'll be all right, and it pays off.
2:41 on the clock, approaching halftime, and it's a tie game. Freaky in the midfield will miss, and Casio also will miss. Now Torsas looking to set up his teammates. People will get out of the corner, and all 3 players from Renegades deep in enemy territory, leaving their own half so exposed. They'll space back out a little bit. Rotate into the midfield. Casio gets a pass 1, Flames airborne for it, but won't be able to put any power or accuracy onto it, and it moves into the corner. Freaky now blocking the first clear, tries to get it past the second one, and it bounces into the box, but Sicky will add some pace to the ball. He'll move caddy corner to the far side. Now Flame beating 2. Kami out of his box, handles it nicely.
And Kami also with space, down to Sicky, still uncontested by Veloce. Freaky willing to just let them come at them in the net. Dangerous approach to say the least, but for now, they seem to be getting away all right. Kami, strong shot towards the net, deflection by Flame, and another chance at offense for the Renegades, who have held control for the majority of this game 1.
Veloce has played some clean defense, but they are really struggling to find that next movement. The ball rolling out into the midfield with no challenge multiple times now. So they finally get an opportunity as Renegades maybe out of boost, had to move back into their own half. Ball back and forth. Torsas loft. Casio, pass upfield. Freaky will take a shot. It's a bit high. Cameo will look to push it away from his goal. Now Casio onto the backboard. A miss from Kami. Sicky with a long shot down. So there's a play onto the backboard again. This one dropping dangerous. Flame will get it away as the final minute. Spring here on game number 1 after
great trap.
Exciting first minute and a half or so. Things have slowed down between the 2 teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a big miss.
Here comes Torsas to play it away. Flame and Freaky both breathing down his neck. Sicky gets bumped in the corner. This could be bad. It's into the box, but a block from a goalie will stave it off and send it to the side. A follow-up shot from Flame will be easily defended as it's not on target.
Well, that's high.
And the final touch again, back around. Here comes Casio to look for the play. Get over to Freaky, blocked once more. Flame airborne, looking for the final shot. He hits it all, but it's off the crossbar and out. What a play! As he nearly found the shot that could have won them the game, and now the counter-attack. Torsas, he sinks it in. 22 seconds left, and they've got the lead.
Oh, it slips through them in the midfield. Veloce have a chance on target. They can't get it through the defense, and Torsas with a massive stuff. And Renegades will get a game that they surely feel is rightfully theirs.
Flame nearly had that. So close. And echoes of the low-key Renegades match.
Oh, yeah.
Where low-key was so close to tying the game and ended up losing it there. But this one comes in game number 1, not nearly as critical of a moment. It's Kami with the attempt. Now Flame back down to Casio. Looks for the shot, but blocked by Torsas. The man who scored the go-ahead goal will also end the game. Renegades take game number 1. A simple missed touch.
Torsas and Kami hooking up for both goals. You're going to see the go-ahead one here. The pass into the middle. Easy enough for Freaky, you think, but wrong. Torsas just destroyed him.
I'd be ranting and raving about how good this dunk was if I hadn't seen Scrubkilla's dunk in the series prior to this. Excellent read from Torsas. Brilliant play. And it was good enough to get them 1 win, only 2 away from seeing day 3. I believe that would be the second time OCE had made it that far in our World Championships.
Some OCE chants coming in through the crowd as well. They want to see them go on to day 3.
You know Yummy Cheese Man's down there somewhere stirring up a ruckus. Right now, though, Veloce, they've been in this situation so many times. So many games where it seems like,
well, in their previous years.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed like they were done. It seemed like they were out. And yet they come on back. Freaky, a player who made his RLCS LAN debut back in Season 4, teaming with the legendary Pashy back then. He was the rookie, he was the upstart, the support player, like Gibbs said. And yet he has stuck around this many years, and now the team captain and the driving force of Veloce. He said, I don't need anyone else with me, I'm going to do it myself.
He may be the driving force and say he doesn't need any help, but to be honest, Casio and Flame have proved an excellent complement for them in this RLCS season. Casio, an excellent midfield presence. Flame, the ability to chase after a ball and get it into a scoreable position. Flame had a bit of a slow start in their previous series. Took them really until game 3 before he started making plays happen. And so Veloce, I'm sure, hoping to get his engine started.
It's game 2. We started here on Neo Tokyo. Renegades will advance with some offensive pressure. He'll look to keep that going, adjust onto the wall, tries to hover this one down, and then maybe give it to a teammate, looks for the pinch, but the defense from Veloce will attack. An excellent little prolongation to extend it over into the orange. Flame around one edge. Kami back into the middle. Casio over 1. He'll try to chase it. Flame's got him there, and that shot just a little bit high, but can Casio get it underneath? He can. A typical read from Casio, and he makes it work. Veloce score first again.
An awkward ball for all parties involved. Torsas trying to close the gap, but Kami knew this could be trouble, and just, it was so powerful towards the backboard in such a tight angle as it was almost directly over his head that he couldn't make the touch. And well done to Casio for staying with that one, because that really could have bounced off in any number of ways.
Yeah, that close to the crossbar could be bouncing straight down or straight back out, or some weird angle. And nearly the counter attack from Renegades, but Veloce will hold on. This time they won't immediately have the game tied back up on them. Freaky looking for the deflection up onto the backboard. Now Flame up for another one. Across the way it goes. Casio.
Oh, right through.
Back to the goal. This one's just in. They find it. They just punch it through the back line.
Well done here. Kami just trying to get a little help in the midfield. Unfortunately, it's a little too ambitious. Casio sees the pass coming and just goes and eats it up. And Renegades, in a little too sure of themselves, all of them started pushing up when they saw that clear come out. Didn't think that it'd get stolen away, and they were proven wrong.
Well, that was the third man passing to the second man, which is not a good situation. An interception will almost immediately result in a goal. Got to have that rotation behind. 3:37 left to go. Veloce with the largest lead of the series so far, 2 goals. Torsas will handle this one just fine on his goal line, but Pressure continues. Casio now with more ball control. He's got it over the top of one. He's going to look to extend this one over and see Sicky coming back down. It's a little bit wide of the goal, and none of his teammates felt that they could make the shot. So an opportunity will come and go, but Freaky keeps the pressure on the pass from Casio, but the miss, and Kami will just let it roll on past.
Flame trying to find a few gaps on that backboard. And that Freaky, the guy who's been such a phenomenal shot scorer, the leader on that Veloce team all season, come through and clean up another one. As Veloce now getting a firm grip here in game two. Out in the middle, uncontested clear, but can they hang on to it here in the midfield?
Goes back down. Renegades will look to provide some offensive pressure for the first time. Nobody's home. They should be able to score this, and they will. Sicky finds their first goal. Renegades is on the board.
That demo on the goal line. Torsas towards the net. Kami got the demo on the opposite post. And all Sicky had to do was just make sure he got it in between the posts.
2:41 approaching halftime. Both teams with some lapses in defense that have resulted in being punished. Both teams on the board now. Kami onto the backboard. Casio out to midfield. Torsas puts it on the edge, and an excellent adjustment there as Casio manages to hold on. Tries to get the pass to Freaky, but it's a little bit ahead of him, and Sicky manages to do some damage before being demolished.
Oh, what a brilliant touch.
Flame makes a save, puts into the corner, looks for a second read, but doesn't quite get it. Casio getting
Freaky
bumped there, and he and Freaky will be able to tag team that one away from the goal. A very dangerous situation. This one will roll around, and now going back towards goal. Sicky gets it away, passes it off to Kami. 2:05 on the clock. Kami's going for it. Looks for the air dribble, but nothing's going to come through. This ball high in the Veloce corner. Back down. Kami's looking for this one all by himself, but runs out of boost. Not going to be able to get the final shot.
Well, that's back to him. Again, Casio, great job understanding where these passes are headed.
Oh, the 1v1. Flame gets the change up on him, scores another one. It's 3-1 Veloce.
I said Flame had a slow start, and they looked to get his engine started. Well, he's got 2 assists and a goal now. A beautiful 45-degree flick. Kami thinking, oh, we're going by, near post or the middle, and Flame says wrong, back post. And it's a 2-goal lead.
He's got one. He's going to do one of these things. What he ended up doing was neither of them. The pass. Here comes the counterattack. Torsas looks for the shot. Kami on the assist. The defense of Veloce got in the way. 1:30 left to go. Kami looks for another one, but Casio's already so airborne and just completely scares him off. And now he'll look for a setup play. Out of boost by himself, but commanding respect. Flame puts it into the corner once more. Now Kami tries to pop it out of his field. Torsas looks for it, but taken away by Casio. Now into the backboard. Sicky's not going to be there. Casio manages to get a shot, but Sicky does eventually get the second touch and block it before it can make its way between the posts.
Oh, Casio, just such a nuisance. And that demo from Flame in the midfield. A lot of pressure on Torsas to make a good touch. He sets up Kami, and again, Casio steals it away.
He's just everywhere that Renegades hopes he is, and Freaky looks for the dribble, gets Sicky's baited in, and Casio just got to get a soft touch, but couldn't quite make it happen. 49 seconds left. Renegades still with a breath of life, down by 2. They need a goal quickly here. And right now, they're struggling to find ball control. They're managing to get it to midfield, and that's about it.
Casio again. Disruption, disruption, disruption. Just been a phenomenal disruptive player here against this Renegade squad here in this game 2, and he's playing that. Renegades are going to have to figure out some way to get that ball through them, because he has a dead-eye read on where these passes and touches are headed.
He loses control in the corner, and now Veloce will look to counter with 10 seconds left. This game's starting to get out of reach. Sicky passes down to Torsas. This is going to be a banger of a shot. He's holding on to it. Looks for a second flip reset, but can't find it. Freaky gets the block. Even if this goes in, it's not going to matter. At this point, the game will end when the ball touches. That's Veloce bouncing back in game 2.
Big credit to Flame and Casio for doing a lot of the hard work here. Freaky, you know, that's what he does. He's okay with letting Flame and Casio do all the hard work, and that's what you said at the start of game 2, the support player. And they get this nice transition here. Flame with a big 2-goal lead.
I love this.
And just a monster flick. Oh, man.
You can't quite see him either. Sicky is breathing down his tail. You'll see it a little bit here in the replay. He's getting pressured from all sides, as you saw Torsas also starting to come in from the side. Flame just found the perfect hole where nobody could get to it, and he did it in quick time as well. Veloce will take the lead, and Hello, Mystic. We haven't talked about him yet. The coaches, the first time we've seen them on the stage here at Worlds.
Yeah.
The coach there for Veloce, Mystic, a former member of Flipside, has been on many different teams, won the first ever DreamHack, the DreamHack Jönköping, Sweden, alongside Marky Duda and Cookser. Now,
right after they picked him up, too.
Yeah, it was basically a tryout, and they won the whole thing. So they picked him up and said, hey, we'll play with you for a while. And now standing behind, helping Veloce through these mid-game pauses. We'll see how things go here. Moving into game number 3 on Manfield. Both teams with 1 win apiece. Looking for that magical 3 games to send them to day 3. This match with everything on the line. A Cinderella story on one side, the hopes of a nation and a region on the other. Only one will get to play for that World Championship title.
And you end up here with an interesting situation on how do you approach game 2 if you're the Renegades. Because you could not get anything, or at least far and few between, touches past the midfield line. But Torsas gets one on the kickoff, steals the boost, but playing with time. So how do the Renegades approach the setup in this game 3?
Torsas takes a shot, looks for a second touch, but Freaky will block it and intercept. Now Cassio. Back down. Cammy up onto the edge. Now a shot. Flame's got the block again. Here comes Torsas with a follow-up. This one very, very wide. And Flame, who actually got the first block, ended up on the backboard and got the second one as well. Siki will look to punch it through the back line, but Cassio will have that one read and get in the way. Ooh. Now the pass plays. Renegades firing on all cylinders. 2 players up. Siki could make it as happened, but Flame again. His recoveries on the backboard have been instrumental as he's managed to get the second touch even after going for the first one.
Yeah, but if your first minute of offense is anything to tell you for what Renegades are trying to do, it's just put balls in high up places, draw in a couple defenders, and go for the demo on the goal line. It's like you're watching Pittsburgh Knights play.
Well, here comes Siki. Trying to push it out. Freaky's got a response. Flame lurked in enemy territory for a moment, hoping for a pass, but none came. And now Cassio off to the edge. A block from Renegades. A response from Freaky. Flame airborne again. High flying action here in game 3. They get that one back to midfield.
Got a good touch from Cassio. It's going to put pressure on Freaky here in the corner to make a good play. And well done. But they're going to have to just dump the ball back off.
Siki with a long clear. Now looking to pressure in. That Flame is just not in position. I believe maybe he thought the shot was coming, but he didn't look in position to defend anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Siki just bombs us up the pitch. Flame definitely has time, but he takes this big cut. So it wasn't even a fake. Initially on the angle, it looked like Flame might have thought Siki was going to hard cut that, and he went to go play back post, but Flame just didn't rotate properly, and Siki said, okay, thank you.
Yeah, both teams, it feels like maybe the nerves and the intensity, the stakes of this situation starting to get at both of them, knowing that a loss here means you are done. Neither one wanting to make the mistakes, but both making a few. We nearly see the equalizer come through for Veloce.
Nice job from Flame getting that ball just back to the corner to try and get his team some possession, because they have had few and far opportunities to get out of their own half and hang on to the ball. Huge credit to the Renegades for always being able to make a good challenge and keep this Veloce squad from getting back onto offense.
Flame challenge on the wall, but not able to get the read in time, and Siki will get it past him. But Freaky emerging now with ball control, push it into the orange corner. He'll look for boost and bumps. Finds one, not the other, and the ball back down into the box again. This one a bit dangerous for Renegades, but they managed to get enough control, and the rest of Veloce's back in their half playing defense. Oh, afraid to move forward. Flame even going to hold on to this one by himself. He's just going to go for the flick, and it's an easy read. Kami gets up for it. Now Cassio shot a bit high. Siki gets the first block, and Freaky was crowding that shot. The block will be enough.
That was the first shot towards net from Veloce in game 3. It's how little they've been able to break out.
Here comes Flame looking for a shot. Is this one in? No. Torsas gets in the way. The backup shot from Flame is no good. Here comes Freaky on the backside. Finds the upper 90, and that's a tie game.
Great job from Freaky to rotate in here. Flame thinks about it. He says, maybe I can go get that, but he either gets called off or just knows he's not going to make it. And so Freaky just takes it in his own hands, and that is why he's in the running for an EU MVP. Just perfect shot into the top left.
1:59 left to go. And a tie game once again. Renegades managed to sneak away with the first win. Veloce got the second, and now they're looking to get that lead right back. But oh my goodness, Freaky and net makes the save, and he finds Cassio on the far side. The pass back down the Flame, looking for the lead. It's going to be good. Oh, it's off the wall. Yes! Cassio will find the second shot. The follow-up's there. Play it through all the way into the net. and that's the lead.
So fast out of their own half. Cassio into the middle, Flame to the back post, and they had everyone beat, and a merciful bounce right onto the hood of Cassio and into the opposite corner. Renegades crisscrossed and down by 1.
143. Veloce up by 1. They're going to look to hold on to it and gain match point. Ricky moves forward. Cassio in tow. Flame lurking in the midfield. They're going to send the full house here. Flame wants to play up, but here comes Renegades with a counterattack. This is the punishment for pushing all 3 players forward. But Renegades backs off. They don't push their own advantage. And now, here comes the follow-up shots. This one good. Sicky will finally make it work as they play from midfield.
Kami, great pass here in the middle. Excellent give back, but Cassio sniffed it out. But there we go. Sicky, he's ready. He saw where Cassio's line was going to be, read the bounce before he even hit it, and just a strike.
Any strong touch laterally onto the wall, if you don't have a teammate who's picking it up, it can very much function as a pass for the enemy team. Sicky saw that one, and Renegades, they tie the game. A back and forth affair. And what has been kind of slow, 2 teams playing timidly, starting to light up here in game 3. Oh, miss in the air. Torsaz will look to fake out everybody. Gets it past 1. No, the back bumper of Cassio's car. Going to get that save. Now Freaky underneath 1. The chase from Cassio across the field. It's going to make rotation really confusing, and Veloce is going to have to sort themselves out on defense, so that's going to be Renegades with the lead. Renegades backing off, though, maybe low on boost, not confident in their play. Here comes Freaky over the top of 1. Now Flame into the corner. Up for the shot, blocked by Torsaz. Torsaz now low on boost, and that corner was gone. Freaky back over to the side. Sicky will try to play it out. Cassio's there. This one pitched it across. Freaky thinks about turning. He will. No, actually backs off again. 30 seconds remaining. A tie game. Overtime lurking in the distance. Can anyone finish it here in regulation?
No boost for Torsaz. An easy clear for Cassio. And Veloce. Oh, you're kidding. It's over, and Sicky got there. I thought maybe that one was just going to float in. Second opportunity off the backboard.
That's going to go to the corner. They're going to be safe for just a moment. Torsaz is holding on to ball control, beats Cassio, but here comes Flame. He's got it into the corner once more. Freaky thinks about it. The clock actually lasts a little bit longer than expected, but does not matter. Overtime in game 3. The winner takes match point and will be 1 away from playing in the final day of the Season 8 World Championship.
A couple of big shots here from Sicky for Renegades. Can he get another? That one's off Kami's nose, and an opportunity, right side, double commit, and Flame punches it upfield.
They got it off the edge. A miss, but Sicky will find the clear. Back into the corner. A bounce from Freaky will send it over the top of 1. Torsaz and Kami coming down. Freaky and Flame are on a bit of screen. Now Cassio into the corner once more. Can he find Flame on the far side? He's coming back for it, but Sicky gets in the way. Freaky out of the corner once more. That 1 goal going to be critical. Freaky sends the shot on. Sicky's got the block, but where's the rest of Veloce? As Cassio comes in, gets beat by 1. Flame with a bad miss. Here comes Sicky down the field. It's going to be him versus Freaky. Can he get the ball on him? No. Freaky, the savior of the season multiple times in Europe. He'll stand stalwart on the defense.
It's a dangerous miss from Flame. You're absolutely right. It was not a good approach, but they get out of it. They try and just hold on to the ball here in the midfield line for a second.
Flame to Freaky, the connection there, and all of Renegades kind of a muck tightly rotating in their own box. This one dangerous. The defense just all over the place. They managed to get just enough of the way and pinball it out of their box, and all the rest of Veloce space out. It is overtime. Going to be playing so cautious with 1:20 in. You're looking for that finisher. Cassio off, Flame up to win the game, and it's wide.
Just couldn't get around that ball quick enough. It bounced at just the right angle to come straight back at him, and Renegades another second chance here on another open net opportunity.
Torsaz cleverly baited in Freaky and gained his team a little bit of offensive control, but they weren't really able to use it, as I believe it was Flame with a classy clear. Now Freaky back across. Flame's got to retreat here. He's actually going to move in on this. Puts it on the backboard once more. Kami's in a difficult situation, and Cassio finishes it. Veloce, they'll take the win, and they're 1 away from day 3.
Veloce struggled to get the offense going early. It comes to life, and finally Kami finds himself in a less than enviable position on defense. A ball off that vertices, which has been so effective for so many teams, and not in the net to come and get a good read. He has to approach it coming towards the goal.
And it's all that Flame setup to put it there, too. He was rotating back and then decides to fly up the wall at the first moment where his car could possibly make an offensive touch. And it works out. My goodness, Veloce punish And Renegades are now really with their backs against the wall. They have no more lives. They cannot lose another game.
Sicky, 789 score. 2 goals, 4 saves, and 7 shots. And talk about trying to get the job done. Torsos and Kami working their best, but unfortunately they couldn't keep the defense going. But you're 100% right about Flame. Caution to the winds in that overtime. Definitely some overly aggressive approaches on the ball. There was one, it just bounced off the backboard. There was a pretty good chance it was going to get cleared, but he didn't care. He was like, if they miss, I'm going to score.
I mean, I think it's to some degree, you know, playing aggressive in overtime can feel like a gamble, but it is one of those that the odds are in your favor. It is the highest reward, no matter how high the stakes are, the highest reward possible in winning the game in that situation. So I very much respect and appreciate Flame going for it. Gives Veloce a win, and now 1 game away from their story continuing another day.
So Renegades, what do you got in the tank? Even in your last series, I don't believe they ever scored more than 2 goals in a game. And here it's kind of the same thing, struggling to break down the defense more than a couple times.
It has been a very defensive series. It's Veloce trying to finish this off here in game 4. Renegades praying for game 5. This touch will be just wide. The follow-up not there from Torsos, but he does get the second block on Freaky. Now Flame with another shot. This one there. Freaky tries, but a bit of a double commit. Kami and Torsos both. The pass back in. Freaky's a little bit too far forward and behind that ball, so he will not make it there. And now Flame going to make an attempt. Kami's got this one, but now out of boost, just hanging in the air. He has to fall back to earth.
Much too aggressive here for Veloce.
Man, all of Renegades low on boost right now. Sicky tries to move in. Torsos got some bumps on the defenders, but again, the rest of his team still filling up their tanks.
You said it. I mean, that lack of boost just translated into them not being able to push a slowly floating ball in front of the Veloce net.
Flame demolished, but Kami will have to offer the midfield boost as again his corner got stolen before Flame was demolished. Now Torsos into that corner, back in front. Flame with a long shot down. Sicky's got to find the blocks as the offense is coming. Kami airborne. Plays it across midfield. Cassio out of the box, gets it high before the demos come through. Slightly more physical game here. Freaky will look for this shot. Doesn't really put it on target, and Sicky will just punt it high. Cameo will look to redirect. Block any counter touches Veloce might have in their back pocket. Looked for the bumps on Flame as well, but no shots materializing, and lateral play will continue at midfield.
Nice block and a good demo. Leaves Torsos in the one-on-one in the middle. Support from Sicky, and Veloce again having a bit of issues trying to get the offense started. That demo on Freaky in the back line. Seems the follow-through is going to be slow in the midfield right there.
Sicky with an attempt. No real shot ever materializing. This one bouncing dangerous. Kami will get a wheel onto it, but needs some help. Torsos extends this one down, and now the defense of Veloce all retreating, but that ball's so high, no one really able to use it. Cassio does put pressure on Torsos. He's got through 1 and now through 2. He's going to need some help, though. Here comes Kami with the help, but not going to work out. Now Flame to try and take this control, see if he can go for the counterattack. Up against Sicky, got him flicked. Can they tuck it under the crossbar, though? Torsos gets it back off, and Kami misses. Where is Freaky? Flame comes in from the side, but no shots for Veloce on what could have been the go-ahead goal.
Freaky was off grabbing boost on the midfield, and he was expecting a touch to come through for the Renegades, so he made the decision, I need boost, saw the Renegades up, didn't think it was going to be worth his time trying to go for it, and just didn't have the time to go up there and be aggressive after he already made a defensive approach.
Bring on the side, Flame to try and challenge. Torsos beats him to it. Now Freaky will try to move up. He wins the midfield challenge, and it gets a pass in the mid, but Torsos has that one away again. Cross halftime, no goals scored in this very critical game. Veloce with 1 life left in the tank. Renegades with none. They have to win, or they are done for Season 8. Freaky moving in, off the wall. Torsos plays it behind the back line. This one just a bit wide, though, and again, a shot that, if it were on target, would be the lead for Renegades. Freaky away. Torsos with another attempt. Shot wide once more. Cassio flies on the field. Freaky in the midfield and Flame on the side. But put onto the backboard. Does Flame go up for it? He just sits on the ground as Kami misses. And it seems like nerves plaguing Renegades right now as touch after touch is just slightly off.
The ironic thing about Flame being positioned right there is he positioned for the miss, but when it actually came through, that's the first time that he wasn't actually there for it.
Kami surprisingly winning many of those challenges despite having no boost and no momentum on his side. And now Siki looking for the dribble back the other way. He got one defender to bite, but the rest held. With the final minute of game 4, Veloce, 1 goal. It's all they need. They send 2 players up. It puts a lot of power onto it, but it is wide. Kami gets it off to the side. 48 seconds remaining. This is back into the midfield. Cassio thinks about it. Siki puts it into the corner. Cassio played it back around the wall. Torsas with the attempt. Kami with the block. A demolition on the goal. Siki could beat the lead here. Cassio's got the block, and Flame looks for the clear. The defense. Oh my goodness. And now the counterattack. Flame can't get it through Torsas though. The pressure might be still on though. Siki up on the wall. He keeps his one very high, and Kami will be happy to challenge. Now Freaky back into the corner. Siki with a shot. They're up for the block, and Cassio's got it again. Flame looking for the counterattack once more, and Torsas will just play keep away. This one just a bit wide of the goal. Freaky has not been involved in a while, but here comes the shot, and oh my goodness, Kami's got the block. Flame with another pass. Cassio with enough boost. Can he get up in time? It's off the defender and back into the corner. Overtime, most likely once more between these teams as Torsas takes it into the corner. It's high. Siki's does no boost to work with. He puts it into the ground, and 1 goal could send Veloce to day 3.
And what was a very tough game for both teams to get goal-scoring opportunities on target. A thrilling final 30 seconds to say the least, but the defense from Renegades just enough done to keep Veloce from a chance. Torsas through one pass, and Kami not able to get around it.
Not able to hold on to control either. They'll put it into the corner. Veloce's positioning might give them another opportunity. There's the pass into Torsas, but blocked by Freaky. And now Flame with a more standard rotation there. Couldn't find the first block, but did get the midfield boost, and now aggressive in enemy territory. Freaky will move up into the corner. He's got Cassio there. A miss from Siki. Torsas has him bailed out on the goal.
Great coverage from Torsas. It's exactly why you're positioned there. That you know it's a tough read for your teammate, and you might need help.
Everything on the line for Renegades. One missed touch could end their season. They've survived another minute. Every second is one that they've earned, but they could be few and far between from now on. Freaky up on the wall. Kami plays it across. Flame up. He's got it lofted. Cassio's first to the ball. He plays it to the backboard. Torsas is playing defensively and got it away. Off to Kami. He finds his teammates to get underneath Freaky, but Flame finds the space.
Through 2.
And now through 2, it's up to Siki on the goal line. Torsas tries to rotate him behind, but a bit of confusion there. It's off to the corner, and Freaky careens in to try and take control. Now across to Flame for the win. Blocked by Kami again.
Renegades definitely tied themselves up a little bit, but they actually find a great gap to poke the ball down, and they turn this into enough pressure to win the game, but Freaky breaks out.
Freaky nearly winning the game by himself. Siki up, the touch is neutral, and Flame will pick up control. Now advancing into the corner. Freaky will go up against Torsas, and he gets it around 1, but Cassio picks it up. This dump back into the corner, though, will go to Siki. He'll try to pick this up to see if he can play it out. Pass to 1. Freaky's airborne. He has the read. Kami's got this one again. Counter touch on counter touch. Back and forth as Flame through 1. Siki not really in a position, though, as the team looks for demos in goal. They're not really in a position to take the shot. Kami just trying to get control behind this ball. And they can't find a solid rotation. Flame with a miss. That'll be a breath of relief from Renegades. The pressure lets up for just a moment. Cassio and Flame get tangled up in that as well, but now Freaky out. Torsas found touch.
Cassio just trying to get that ball as hard as he could up the pitch. He knew Veloce needed a second to gather themselves. And they are forced to continuously just try and push this ball out until maybe the Renegades make a suboptimal touch.
Oh, Freaky looks for it, but Torsas is there. Now Cassio waits it out in the corner. Tries to bait in Siki. He's going to get Kami as well. Flame moves in, though, not able to make contact. And now this is a good Renegades play. The rest of the pressure there, not there. Only 1 player up on the offense for them. The defense holds just fine.
They had him dead to rights, too. That pass across would have beat any defender if there was somebody in position for the Renegades. Coming up on 3 minutes now.
Oh, 2 players going to get beat. Cassio with a high air play. Siki, does he have it? He does. He keeps the game going. Another minute of Rocket League in Season 8 for Renegades. Cassio's shot, though, is wide. Siki will take this one high. Flame up to challenge him. He gets it off of his hood. Does anyone on Veloce have the read? No, they're all on the other side of the field. Kami won't make contact, but neither did Freaky. Now Cassio back down the field, and it's Siki again. He's constantly the last player back, constantly keeping his team alive. This ball off the hood. I feel like I've seen this play over and over again. And how many times can it happen before Renegades cracks?
Well, both teams really, especially Veloce, forced into that big clear game. The bump on the goal line, but the bump in the midfield means Veloce get off again.
The counter bumps. Freaky up. Trying to hold on to this one, half a tank to his name. He's through one player and through two as Kami's rotating back. It's up to Torsas in net. Kami plays it long, but Flame's got this one red. Torsas needs to make the touch, and he does. He's up to Sicky, and Freaky will try to flake off Sicky, but it doesn't work. Now Cassio has to make the save. So we are into 4 minutes of overtime.
Oh, is that finally the one that gets him out?
There's down to Flame, but the block comes through. Freaky's airborne. They continue to go for it in the air at midfield. You gotta think one of these times there's gonna be a failed input from Renegades, and it might be the end of the game, but they continue to try.
At the same time, though, it's Veloce who are having to play defense. Renegades have held the offensive cards for the most part in the last few minutes, but finally the goal's open, and Sicky's
there
in time.
again. He's constantly in position. The shots are starting to feel less threatening. I feel like Renegades are gaining confidence as this overtime goes. Kami onto the wall.
Pass.
Looking for a pass down to Sicky, but broken up by Flame. This one nearly makes it past that back line. Torsas barely gains control, and now through one. Sicky up to try and extend the games. Freaky will get the first block. Flame now up, the pass across. Cassio's there, but defended. And to the edge, approaching 5 minutes, an entire extra game of Rocket League with no goals scored in 10 minutes. Kami to the edge.
Who cracks first?
Flame wrapping around. Or who goes for it first? It feels like still we're only seeing really 2 players on offense from either side. If Veloce really commit, they have that extra life. Sicky, there's through one. He's been the stalwart defender. The strong back line. Kami's trying to find Torsas on the far side here, but he's gaining just enough, but no, there goes Freaky through. Now Flame with an attempt back into the midfield.
Nice
Kami
delay.
with a pop.
Beautiful touch to stop that ball from rolling slowly over to the Veloce half to let them get the ball cleanly in their control.
Kami puts this up. We're stretching into an extremely long overtime.
And again, it's Sicky.
Now he gets in the way. Torsas again just playing keep away. They get it back to Sicky. This is a game that will genuinely be won by the team that makes the first mistake.
Absolutely at this point.
We approach the 6th minute of overtime. I believe the record at LAN is back at Season 2. It was the record overtime for a very long time of 7 minutes and 17 seconds between Mocket and Flipside in the grand finals. Sicky back down, Flame over to the edge. Kami trying to press forward, Freaky with the attempt, and now Cassio. Torsas maybe too far forward, but Sicky just playing so defensive.
But the game has finally moved away from Veloce's offensive third, and now they're battling in the middle of the pitch for possession. You gotta wonder if that slight reduction in available space for Renegades, as Veloce gets a better foothold, can convert it.
Everybody playing so defensive. I mean, no, there have been no passes into the midfield. Everyone plays to the corners over and over again here. It's Flame. This one might be the opportunity that breaks him, though, but Cassio finds the pinch. This one is over Kami. It is an opportunity. 6:57 on the clock. Freaky presses the goalies. Torsas gets the first save, but Cassio's got the block back in. Is there anyone there? No. And it's all the way down. Flame makes the save to send us into 7 minutes. This one most likely going to break the record.
Big stretch
back to the
Flame.
side. And oh my goodness, they'll play it safe once more.
And here we go. Veloce. Do you have it in him to finally shake off this Renegades offense that has just been an absolute nuisance here in overtime? But at the same time, do the Renegades have the firepower to knock the wall down?
Through one. Kami holds on. Freaky in. Kami now through two. Cassio's there. The shot is wide. Sicky again will get in the way. Torsas down the field. Sicky actually demolished, but he will respawn in time. A bit of a double commit. Kami makes the play. Now Sicky's trying to stretch, but Flame demolished. Any chance of pressuring that double commit gone, as 8 minutes is about to take over.
There's a huge challenge from Sicky on his own backboard. Here's a tough read, and that is cut down. Cassio again. Oh man, talk about a guardian angel.
Flame rotates around. Freaky back out. Now Flame to follow this one. Looks for the dribble play. Gets it past one. Sicky's up. Plays it off to the side. Is Cassio advancing? He's on the wall. There he is. And now coming back down. Will be Kami. Now Freaky with a punt over one. The best position we've seen from them all game. Oh my goodness. It's right in front. He shoots upper 90. Oh! It's off the crossbar and down. They keep playing in Utopia.
Sicky needs the clear. He's got Kami. Cassio went so aggressive, but Torsos is so far away, but he's got Cassio on the wall, and Torsos there first.
Freaky with the punt. It won't work. Now Flame through 2. Torsos, it's off to the corner. He won't have to play just yet. And now with the saves.
Let's go to 9 minutes. Why not?
I'm down for 3 games. They're in the middle. Flame sent high. Oh my goodness. Torsos up for it. Back down. Sticky puts it away. Cassio could win the game, but Kami has him blocked. And now back in front of the box. Torsos.
Wow!
You're kidding! Absolute tragedy for Renegades.
Torsos taking his time. He knew he had all the time in the world to get up to it. And his teammate panics and just smashes it into their own goal. Tragedy is the perfect word to describe that.
You have got to be kidding me. That's how that ended? Oh my goodness. I don't know what to think right now. Veloce, congratulations. They're through to day 3. And Renegades, absolute heartbreaker. One they will not be thinking about. They will not forget for a long time. Hopefully they'll stop thinking about it in 4 years or something. My goodness.
That one stings for sure for one team, but
that is absolutely the LAN record for Worlds for RLCS. But what a way for it to end.
But all smiles for Veloce. Like you said, given an RLCS spot through rules, and how about turning it into a day 3 appearance?
My goodness.
What a run.
That's one of those, we'll take those, I guess. That is a feels bad man and a half. The longest game at Worlds ends in an own goal. 2 players up for it, basically pinching it in as well.
Yeah.
And you guys can't see this at home, but Torsos has not left the lobby. He's still sitting there thinking about it.
Needs a moment.
That is, your heart goes out to the man. They are so close to making it to day 3 there, but it's not going to work out. Veloce, though, they can celebrate. They held them off for 9 minutes.
And you're going to need the sleep.
We said it was the mistake that would lose the game, and that's the mistake right there. That is absolutely one of them. So
Took
Veloce, take it.
14 minutes to get one, but unfortunately for Veloce, the continuation, but it is still, unfortunately, you're walking into Space Station Gaming, who, sure, they lost today, but they still are a very scary team to contend with.
Absolutely. No, they're one of the best teams in the world. Absolutely 100%. Renegades, an excellent team that represented their region very well. And honestly, the spectacular, crazy story of Veloce continues in a twist and turn I would have never expected. This is not how I expected them to get to day 3, but they'll take it, and they're happy about it, and they will absolutely be celebrating. I can't wait to hear from one of them in a moment.
And it all turns into NAEU day 3 as well.
It does.
So we'll see how that plays.
It does. Veloce will play Space Station Gaming tomorrow. But to wrap us up for the day, let's head back to the desk.